Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't seen it, you should probably go and watch my latest shorts, because it was of Valkyria, and she was very high-spirited, trying to hurt herself again, and she's been that way for a while. And Valkyria is a knappstrupper. She is 5 years old. She is broke to ride, but I haven't had much time riding her with training Verdandi and getting her sold. And also Valkyria have had a rough year. She had those abscesses in both front feet this winter. So we have rehabilitated her hooves, and then in the summer she got a bad kick from one of the other horses. I don't know who did it, but someone did it, and she was in some pain. After that injury healed, I actually rode her once this summer, and she did splendid. She was awesome. And then I let them go to summer pasture, and when she came back, she was very lazy. She is a lazy horse, but she was more lazy than she usually are. So usually she's like lazy when I lunge her, and when I ride her, she thinks it's the best thing in the world. So that's so I thought that what if I jump up on her and ride her a little bit and see how she does. She might get her spirits back. But when I rode her, she was not the horse that she usually was, or she was how she was before. So I decided not to ride her, and now I'm going through the process of relearning stuff with her. And she, as you will see in this video, I have some problems with her in lunging. She like here, and she only does it in this lap, and I think she is a lot stiffer. She's a very stiff horse, so she's a lot stiffer in this side, because that's also the leg she got injured from the other horse, the inside back leg. So I don't know if it has something to do with that as well, or if she's just thinks it's very funny to just be a little prick with me. Her father was exactly the same with me, so that's just a little kink we have. So today I'm just gonna lunge her for a while, and then I'm going to reintroduce the saddle pad and a girth to her. So, and you will see that I have some problems with her and the girth, but eventually in the end it goes quite well. I also this day have some difficulty with my pivot deciding to film the horses in the pasture, and that leads me to move the pivot so it can't really see the other horses, but that also makes it so that it loses track of Valkyria when I'm filming her. And so I had to cut some of the material off, which is sad as well, but I figured you don't want to see Miss drinking water or moving 3 paces to the right, so that's just me. So after we get some spirit off her, I will take the saddle pad and you will see how she progress during this. I'm hopeful that we can do this pretty quickly because she is broke to ride, so I'm hoping that with a little bit more stamina from her and a little bit more with her being a little bit more cooperative with me, maybe I can ride her in a month or so. I'm gonna do it very very carefully, listening to her and her needs. But what she's telling me in the pasture, being crazy like she has been, that means she needs some more activation in her daytime, because I don't want another vet bill for her. She has done her fair share of vet bills. So I have a fancy Zebra saddle pad for her today, and you know what they say, you should mix spots and stripes, right? And I'm just reintroducing it, making noise, uncarefully slapping it on her back. And she's such a mare, you know, with the ears, she pins them all the time. She's like, what are you doing? And there she sees the camera, like her father. She loves being on camera. He actually, if I took the camera or my phone to take pictures of him, he was like, oh, and started posing. He was a very fun horse. And as usual, when you have to deal with horses, you have to have a lot of patience, and on top of that patience, you should have a little bit more patience. And here I'm just trying to do the same thing I did on the other side, to this side, and she's like, why? So, but eventually I'll get there. With some kisses and pets, she's like, oh, okay, you can do it. We're just gonna do the same thing with the launching girth. Just trying to get her to cooperate with me. And after I get this on, I will launch her a little bit, and then I'll do the training with putting the girth on and tighten it, because that apparently was her biggest thing, that she didn't like me tighten it. So we just worked a lot with that in the end, and I have sped that part up for you, so that you will see that she actually did very well in the end. And I'm all about, when training horses, to just set them up for success. That means that you take smaller steps forward and not forcing them into a giant leap before they're ready to it. So like with Mist, I'm just getting her used to having restricted airflow, because the girth is restricting her airflow through the lungs, and she has a little bit of difficulty with that. She did amazing. I launched her today, and she did amazing, but she's not ready for the next step quite yet. And if you're wondering why I don't have her tied up doing this, because that would be easier, it's because I want her to respect what I'm trying to do. I want her to accept what's happening, and in order for her to do that, she also needs to express her discomfort, and that way I can learn to her what she needs to do. So as you can see, it's just a big problem for me just grabbing the girth. Here I'm just holding it and waiting till she stops. And I'm not gonna say anything about her looking at what I'm doing. She's very welcome to looking at what I'm doing to her, because that will also make her understand what I'm asking for. And here you see the technical difficulty with Pivo today. I don't know why it works so well with Mist, but they will be in this pasture for like 2-3 weeks, and then I will switch them to the winter pasture, and I won't be having the trouble of having horses standing watching what I do to their herd mate. Because they do like standing there watching what is about to happen. And that's also a good thing, because that way they will learn my voice cues just by watching the other horses. And here you can see she's like, no, 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 no. And I just have to be more persistent and like, yes, 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 yes. So I moved the Pivo again, and now the trouble is that it will lose sight of Valkyria when she comes too close. She's good with the join up though, I will give her that, but she loves just being around me. When I muck out in the pasture, she's usually the one that follows me around. and they are also getting their winter fur. As you can see, she's looking a little bit ragged, and she's actually one of the horses that doesn't get a lot of winter coat. So far we haven't had much of a cold fall, so when winter comes, I don't know, but when winter comes and it starts to get cold, she's one of the horses that I need to put a blanket on because she gets too cold. Santos does have a lot of fur, but he actually has a sore back, so I usually have him blanketed as well, just to protect his back a little bit. As long as it's not snowing or raining, he can go without. But as soon as it's just a little bit of drizzle when it's cold out, he gets a sore back. And mist, she does with or without. She doesn't really care. And now you will see the speed up part will start, and this will just be me putting it the girth on and off, tighten it, loosen it, tighten it, loosen it, give her a lot of reassurance. You will also see her funny side, because she is a horse that likes to explore things with her mouth. And here I will try and play with her a little bit, but I think she's a little bit tired. Well, this is about to conclude for today, and I hope you liked it, and please like and subscribe, and I see you on the next one.